Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming back. If you're returning, and if it's your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for checking in with Wonderfully Me. I am so happy you're here. I did a video before that just talked about three essential things that you had to have for travel, right? They were your passport. If you're going to a few different countries that are like tropical in nature, you need to have a yellow fever card. And I said you needed a clear pouch or envelope to put your documents in so that you have easy access to everything that you're looking for when you're traveling. It's just essential. Those three things are essential. But today I want to talk to you about the 10 things that I don't travel without, okay? Because I want a certain level of comfort when I'm traveling. I mean, it's just the reality. Even if I'm traveling budget, I still want to be, fairly comfortable, right? So I just want to jump right into my list. If you see me glancing down, it's because I wrote it just in case. I didn't want to forget anything. Okay, so the number one thing I said you had to have was a padlock. Now, this padlock, you want to get one that's TSA approved, so that you can put it on your suitcase. If by chance you are traveling with just a carry-on, and those are for my seasoned travelers, you know what you need to do. That carry-on is just it, right? So if you're traveling with just a carry-on, then you can use that same padlock on your bag in the overhead bin, okay? Because if you do that, you don't have to worry, especially on long flights. You don't have to worry that somebody else is going up into the overhead bin and going through your stuff. And oh, while I'm mentioning that, a little secret thing that I always do is I put my bag in the overhead bin across from me, not the one above my head, because I can then see when people are going in. So just in case you don't have that padlock, put it in that overhead bin that's across from you. All right. So you need that padlock. And if you have that padlock and you stay at some place like a hostel, you will be great. That'll be great because you could always use that on the little cubby locker that they have. I try not to use, I have a story. I try not to use the lock that is provided. Yeah, I try not to use that. And even if they have a lock, then I try to see how I can also put mine up there as well. Like, yeah, just do yourself a favor and take comfort in knowing what you know, that your stuff is good, right? Okay, so that's the padlock. And also, if you're in a hotel, just saying, not every hotel room has a safe, so you can put your valuables in your suitcase and lock it, or you can put a bag inside your suitcase and put the lock on that, right? So I used to actually have a little travel safe. It was about this big, maybe. That was gifted to me, and that was wonderful. That was wonderful. It had like a nice little security, like I don't want to say chain, but like a security wire that like your bike, when you lock your bike up, that kind of like really thick wire kind. Okay, but anyway, I digress. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to mention, and I'm going to go a little faster than I have been going. The second thing I want to mention is an eye mask. So put these two together. 2 and 3, an eye mask and earplugs. I think those are essential if you're going to be flying or even on a train or bus, because sometimes on a train you have people who are just making a whole lot of noise and you don't want to hear it. Unfortunately, not everyone is as conscientious about being, polite. They'll be on the phone talking or talking to their seatmate or whatever, and that might be getting on your nerves. So if you have that eye mask and you have your earplugs, you can tune that stuff right on out. So I feel like those are essential to have. Okay, and this didn't really make my list, but it's a bonus. It's a neck pillow. Comfort, comfort, comfort. That's all I want to say. Comfort, comfort, comfort. Like, it's just worth having. Okay, number 4 is some headphones, because again, you don't want to be that person who's listening to your stuff on your phone or your tablet, computer, etc., that's annoying other people. right? You don't want to be that person. So bring some headphones so that you'll have that and you don't have to be that person that we were just talking about, okay? Headphones, earbuds, whichever. Okay, the next thing I wanted to say is a travel towel. I think that there aren't enough people who are taking advantage of the travel towel. Now, some places you go, hotels and even hostels, might provide a towel. Not everybody is cool with using something that somebody else has used. So if you take your own travel towel, you can eliminate that issue. Okay, so a travel towel for sure. They dry really quickly. Okay, they dry really quickly, and that is really helpful because sometimes you're on the go. I do slow travel now, and I'll talk about the difference between that in another video. But especially when you are jumping from place to place to place, and you are not wanting to use the towels that are provided or whatever, and sometimes you even have to pay to rent them or whatever, depending on where you are, having your own travel towel is essential, and having that joker dry is the bomb, okay? And those things dry like this. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, the next thing you want to have is an adapter. You want to have a travel adapter because when you go to different countries, everybody does not have the same plug as the USA. Okay, contrary to popular opinion, the USA is not the only way. Okay, so have a travel adapter so that when you get to where you're going, you can plug in your essential items like your laptop, your phone, etc., etc., etc. Okay, we're all like charging something, daily. Okay, my next item on my list is a luggage scale. It is essential that you have a luggage scale. It is so inexpensive, and it takes the worry out of how heavy is my bag. It takes that worry out. Okay, so get your luggage scale. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at most, even TJ Maxx, Walmart, a variety of stores. You can get you a luggage scale. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a luggage scale. Okay, so definitely get yourself a luggage scale. It will, especially if you're doing budget travel and you're flying on some of these low cost carriers, they have a specific weight and size that it has to be. Yes, you buy a bag and it's the right size, but if you put too much stuff in there, they still can hit you with some crazy fees at the gate that you just don't want. Okay, I've got a story about having to leave stuff behind. Okay, so get yourself a luggage scale. It's a really inexpensive item, but it's essential. You need to have it. And like I said, I don't want to be worrying about stuff about these kinds of things. The next thing I want to tell you, which is number 8, is a power bank. We all know we need a power bank just in case you have a long flight or train ride, bus ride, and some of these modes of transportation actually do have something that you can plug into, but they don't always work. I have been on flights, long flights, and tried to plug in Kenya Airways, I'm talking about you, and the thing didn't work. Okay, and the flight was full and there was nothing I could do. I was just stuck like Chuck. But thank goodness I had a power bank, so I was able to use that. And then just when you're out during the day, you don't want to be like, oh, my phone died, oh, I can't take photos, blah blah blah. Have yourself a power bank, and a good one at that. Okay, they have some that are even solar powered, so if you're out like camping or whatever, you can try to harness a little bit of that sun power and get your little juice that way. So, but definitely have yourself a good power bank. Okay, number 9 is packing cubes. This is something that I think some are for, some are against, but I think being as organized as you can be is helpful, especially if you don't have the right kind of backpack, if you're a backpacker. So I don't want to say I'm the right kind of backpacker, but I am the kind of person who has just done away with that whole I'm going to be putting my stuff from the top. I did not buy backpacks that open from the top. I started out with some Osprey bags. I caught them on sale because Osprey is a brand that is wonderful, because if anything goes wrong, you can send it to them and they will repair it. So Osprey, I'm all for you. I'm here for you. I don't remember which brand, which one I have, which version I have, but it is a not a top loading, but the side zip kind of one. I don't know if it's the Far. I can't recall, but I'm gonna figure it out and then I'll let you know. And I have two sizes. I have one that's more like a carry-on size, and I have one that's a larger size that I can get more stuff in if I'm checking a bag. And it opens like a suitcase, so I'm able to just put all my stuff in there, and it's nice and neat. But packing cubes make it even neater. Okay, and if you want to be able to maybe just carry that smaller bag, that smaller backpack, it is wonderful to have the packing cubes. To you get the compression kind and suck all the air out of it, and you can get so much in there. Now some people are like, oh, it wrinkles my clothes and I don't like it. That's another video coming, what to pack. Okay, and if you are packing the right materials that don't really wrinkle, this blouse that I'm wearing, I actually had it made when I was in Tanzania, and it doesn't wrinkle. It is the best. It doesn't wrinkle. So you would want to try to have these things that don't wrinkle. They're the most helpful. Okay, then you can put it in one of these bags, and if very little wrinkles, and shake it out and kind of go, that can work. All right, so if indeed you are a person like me who can benefit from some organization, packing cubes are wonderful. And if you really want to keep it small, then try to go with the compression ones, because you can definitely get a lot inside your bag if you use the compression cubes. Okay, and number 10 is like boop boop boop. This is one of three. You should have at least one of these three. Okay, you could have it all three if you want to, depending on how you packing. A crossbody purse is wonderful. You know, I remember when I was in Barcelona, like they're like, you going to Las Ramblas, you know, you need to make sure you have a bag that people can't really cut, that people, you know, won't like have their hand in it. Like, you need a crossbody that closes, that has extra compartments and zippers, and something where you can have like maybe a zippered compartment that's close to your body, that you can put your really important things like your money in that particular area, and maybe not in the main compartment where you might have your hand sanitizer and your lip gloss and whatever, right? You want that crossbody. Now if you're maybe a guy, or you're the person who's just not comfortable with a crossbody, get yourself a money belt or a fanny pack. Okay, now fanny pack, I know that's like, people feel like real old, because, you know, I remember in the 80s, I mean, you know, but listen, when you're traveling, it's less about being cute. I mean, you can still be cute, but it's less about being cute and more about being practical, okay? Because nothing ruins your trip more than having your money go bye-bye, okay? Story upcoming. Because travel is travel, and it's always an adventure, okay? So I'm just going to go over those 10 things again. So I said you should have a padlock. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 and 3 were eye mask and earplugs. Number 4 is headphones or earbuds. Number 5 is a travel towel. Number 6 is an adapter so that you can plug all your stuff in. Number 7 is a luggage scale. Number 8 is your power bank. Number 9 is packing cubes. And number 10 is a money belt, fanny pack, crossbody, some way for you to hold your very important items without as much chance of something happening to them, you know, because there are some sticky fingers all around. Like I said, I got some stories, you know, so come back, because I'm going to tell you some stories about these types of things that happen. And the reason why I say all of these things, this is from experience. I have learned this over this decade and a half of travel, okay, of consistent travel. I've learned the hard way that you need to make sure you have these things together. So please, and you'll say thank you later. But anyway, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm really hoping that you're enjoying this content. I try to keep it 100. This is just who I am. And I hope that you will come back, that you will comment below, ask me some questions. I hope that you will like the video. I hope that you will share it with your friends or share it with a fellow traveler. Let somebody know that there's somebody out there who's doing what maybe they want to do, if it's not you. Okay? Because the goal of this channel is to remind everybody that you too can do whatever it is you want to. And in my case, it's travel. And so, hey, okay? Come back. Like, share, comment, do all the good stuff. Subscribe. Please. Thank you. All right. Until the next time, let's be good. This is Wonderfully Me. Let's be good. And I'm going to just say this, because this is what I say to everybody. Do good and be good. But now I'm changing that to be better. Do good and be better. Do good and be better. Ciao for now.